Hello there. My name is Sydney Bell. I'm a counselor and body image coach. And I wanted to take some time today to talk about self compassion, specifically the role of what we call loving kindness in self compassion, and how it supports our ability to offer ourselves compassion when we're in pain. Um, Part of the reason that I'm particularly wanting to talk about this right now is I recently read this book. I don't know if you can see it there, The Mindful Path to Self-Compassion by Christopher Germer. And it's a wonderful book, an amazing resource. Highly recommend it. And since I finished reading it a couple of weeks ago, I have felt a real shift in my ability to offer myself compassion when I'm feeling pain. And I think why this is that this book and just, I guess, maybe my state of mind when I was reading it allowed me to come to a deeper understanding about the distinction between what's referred to as loving kindness and self-compassion. I had read about loving kindness previously. Kristin Neff has a really great book out as well, and she talks about loving kindness as being a vital part, a vital element of self-compassion. But I don't think I really understood the distinction between the two, and which now I feel like I've come to a better understanding. So I wanted just to talk with you a bit about that. How I've come to see it is that self-compassion is when we uh, really notice when we're feeling pain, when we're in emotional pain. And not only do we notice it, we respond to it. We respond to our own pain with kindness. And loving kindness is very similar, but it's actually distinctly different. And that loving kindness is a more generalized good feeling towards ourselves. Um, I think of it as loving kindness is a practice that helps us build general goodwill towards ourselves, not just when we're in pain, but a friendly feeling towards ourselves. That is something that we're sort of cultivating on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. And when I started to understand that distinction, I've been amazed at the difference that it has made in my life. To know that not only do I hope to respond to my pain with compassion, but that I generally wish myself well. Um, it's made a big difference. I feel more at home with myself. I feel calmer. I feel safer. And what I've noticed when I do have pain arise, emotional pain, that with the practices of loving kindness that I've been doing, it's actually an easier transition to move into offering myself compassion when I'm coming from a place of generally wishing myself well. Um, so it's an interesting shift, and I think it's something that people can find really helpful. Um, so how do we do it? There are many ways and many books and resources that you might look into to think about how you might start practicing loving kindness. Um, I think it's helpful to think of it less as telling yourself that how much you like yourself all the time, which might feel a little false. But I think maybe more helpful to just find ways that you're letting yourself know that you just generally wish yourself well. And in his book, Christopher Germer suggests that we try a Buddhist practice of what he calls metta meditations. And you've probably heard these phrases before. The example that he gives is a series of 4 phrases that you say to yourself. You would say, "May I be safe, may I be healthy, may I be happy, and may I live with ease." And you could certainly do that within a formal meditation. Sometimes when I do my daily meditation, I will maybe begin or end with those phrases. But if you're not a meditator, it's really not a absolute component. Just I find saying them to myself, even just lying in bed as I wake up in the morning or before I go to sleep. I often repeat these phrases to myself when I'm on walks with my dogs, and I am actually quite surprised at how intentional practices of loving kindness um, really build a foundation for a positive relationship with yourself, and really make it easier to shift into self-compassion when we're in pain. So I hope you found this interesting and helpful. Again, my name is Sydney Bell, and I'm a counselor and body image coach. And if you would like more information on the programs and the services that I offer, check out my website, www.sydneybell.ca. I'll make sure the website is listed below. Please sign up for my newsletter. I'll also have that information below. And I wish you well. May you be safe, and may you be healthy, and may you treat yourself with loving kindness. Thanks for watching.